Hi there, this is Save with Crypto on Saturday morning. Okay, so this week I was looking at what that Martini guy, Jordan, was suggesting for his altcoin, and I guessed it all completely wrong. I thought it was going to be Cantina Royale, and it wasn't. It was a token called XTP, which is known as TAP. And TAP is to do with this payment card app type thing. And he brought out this video yesterday that you can watch, which is brilliant, I must admit. It's really good. It's very well presented. It's very well thought through. And, you know, I think he might be right. I think this really could be 100x or even possibly 1000x in time. And it kind of appeals to me because I do like these payment solutions. Now, obviously, what happened as soon as he announced it, the price sort of went up like 300%, as you'd expect. It came down a little bit this morning and then it's gone back up again. Now, XTP, as far as I can see, is only tradable or buyable. It might be buyable on the actual app, but I'm not sure about that just yet. I'll tell you why in a moment. But the only exchange it's available on is Bittrex. Now, I know nothing about Bittrex. I've actually got a referral link for it in the description down below, or you can go to savewithcrypto.org/Bittrex to get there. I don't know what you get bonus-wise. I don't even know what I get bonus-wise either, but you probably get something. Normally you do get something, and it's normally better for everyone if you use somebody's referral link. Now, the Bittrex exchange looks pretty much like, I don't know, Binance or something like that. It's just a spot exchange as far as I know. I don't think there's any derivatives on there. And it works in the usual sort of way. You know, you've got limit, sells, buys, market, buys and sells, that kind of thing. So that's all good. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen the kind of units this small before, but because the pair is XTP BTC, and by the way, this is on TradingView, so it is on TradingView, which is good. I mean, it's not a new token as far as I know. I think it's been around a while, but let's have a look. So the price is 0.00000012 Bitcoin at the moment. Now, the smallest unit you've got of a Bitcoin is 1 Satoshi. A 1 Satoshi is a 100 millionth of a Bitcoin, or 10 to the minus 8 if you like. So that would be, this one here is like 12 Satoshis, right? So I was having a little play last night and I was trying to sort of, buy a few like average spots around here, and I managed to get some at just under 10 Satoshis, about 9.8 Satoshis. So because you're dealing with these such tiny increments, it is sort of jumping up and down 1 Satoshi every time it jumps up and down. I mean, I'm tempted because it looks like something that is attractive to have, maybe, and at the end of the day, if I don't buy it, I'll end up with Bitcoin because I'm going to put Bitcoin into the Bittrex exchange and then, trade that for XTP. So I think what I might do is I might just set an order at 7 Satoshis and cross my fingers. And I think the thing with this, I think the safest thing to do, if you're worried about it, then don't do it at all. If you do want to have a dabble, then I think probably the safest thing to do is to do what Crypto Wendy always advises. So this is Crypto Wendy O. I think she's great. She's really, really clever, really good. She's come from quite a rough background, and I think she's doing all right money-wise and stuff now. But, it's all kind of self-taught, and, she's done really well, and I think she's great. So do check out her channel as well. Now, she talks about moonbags, right, which is basically where you get a token or a crypto or something, and then you invest in it, and then when it doubles in price, you take out your original investment. So say you've got $100 and you buy something, it becomes worth 200. Take out your original 100. Okay, you've got half the amount left that you started with, but it means you won't lose anything if it all goes to zero. Now, in my mind, a slightly better way to look at this is to think about your original investment in Bitcoin, which I think is probably the solidest of investments, even though it's massively down at the moment. But when something doubles in its Bitcoin value, then take out original investment and keep the rest, and that becomes your moon bag, and that's the one you take to the moon. So I think that's probably quite a good thing to do. So looking at this now, I'm using this VWAP standard deviation bands version 2 mod, right? This is a free indicator you get on TradingView, but I think you have to have a paid plan to get it. I'm not sure, but that's it. It's a volume weighted average price standard deviation band version 2 mod. And that gives these green lines here and red lines here. I actually had this idea from Jordan himself, and he was using this, saying that every time the price comes down here, it kind of bounces back up, and every time it goes into the red, it sort of comes back down. Now, it's not quite as straightforward as that, because obviously, you see back here, when it was bouncing around here, the bands got wider quite quickly, so it wasn't obvious where it was going to go. But, if it's stabilised a little bit, and, you're stuck in a range, like we probably are at the moment with this, to be honest, because people know about it all of a sudden. So people are now sort of buying, selling, that kind of thing. So I think what I want to do is I want to try and get some around about this price, about 7 or 8 Satoshis maybe. So I think probably more like 8, I think, actually. So if I can get some for 8 Satoshis, then I think what I'll do is, when that becomes worth 16 Satoshis, at that point I will sell 50% of it. Then I've got my original investment, and then there's nothing to worry about. So I'm just going to set that up now. Okay, so to do that, I'm just going to go to here, and be very careful you get the right number of zeros. You don't want to buy it at a silly price. So 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then 8. Okay. So I can't even do 7.5 because there's no such unit smaller than 1 Satoshi. So I don't know. Maybe I should go for 7. No, let's go for 8. Okay, so I'm going to go for 8 with 100% of the Bitcoin I've got there. And I'm going to do a buy order. That's on limit. Okay. I mean, everything's very similar to other exchanges. It's just slightly different. Okay, so okay, that looks good. Right, I'm going to confirm that buy order there. So there you go. That's the order set. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Anyway, so don't try this at home. Do watch Jordan's video. It's really, really good. I really like it, and I think he's definitely done some work on this, and it's not just an idea. I know some people are going to say he's been paid by TAP to promote their product. I don't think that's the case. I think if he was, he would say so. I don't know. He's not got a lot to lose, this guy, because he's going to be very wealthy. By the time he's very wealthy already, but I think by the time he's 30, he's going to be well on the way to being a billionaire. So I don't think he needs to worry about getting a few extra quid by shilling some product. I don't think that's what he's interested in. I think he's into just being set up for life, and I think he generally likes spreading the word. Anyway, so the only thing I don't like about the TAP app, I tried to put the app on my phone last night, and the app's fine on my phone, and they want KYC straight away. Okay, which is pretty standard for something like this, where you're dealing with fiat and crypto. It's quite normal to want KYC. So it wants the kind of passport, and then the kind of bit where you put your camera on selfie mode and you sort of roll your head around, and it does the video thing. But now what happens when I try and log into the app, it wants the video thing again, and then it says this is a new device. So I get the email, click that and say yes, it is a new device, that's fine. Go back to the app and it says, oh, this is a new device. And then it kind of hangs, and I don't know, just it's not working properly at the moment. That might be because since this video came out last night, there might have been a big surge in people trying to all do the KYC at the same time. So maybe the app's crashing, maybe the KYC is a bit screwed. Either way, it's not working for me at the moment. So I can't actually try the app out, which is a shame, because I do like this sort of thing. And to be honest, I am looking for something that is going to work well in the UK. I think the idea of this, it will be worldwide. At the moment, it seems to give languages in English and French for some reason. I think the actual company are based in Gibraltar. So I'd like to see this working first before I get really bullish on it. But at the moment, I don't know. I think it's worth a little investment just to sort of have a little play and see what you think, really. Certainly, download the app and see if you can make it work better than what I can, because at the moment I can't use it, which is a bit rubbish, really. So there you go. That's what I'm doing with that. So I know it seems ridiculous, someone like me taking advice from someone less than 30 years old, but I do like what Jordan does, and I do think he is an unusual and gifted guy in his 20s. So I take notice of what he said, and I have done for quite a while, really. And I've done really well with some things like SwissBorg, and generally he does his research and comes up with good stuff normally. But anyway, that's it for the moment. I've got a few things to do, and so do have a nice weekend. If you're going to use Bittrex, please use my referral link. I honestly don't know what it gets you. But meanwhile, make sure you're subscribed. If you want to get my trade announcements and other such emergency announcements, do look at the Telegram group, which you can get to by going to savewith.crypto.org/TG. Do like the video, obviously. Make sure you're subscribed. And above all, tell your friends.